We'll get started. Good to have everybody. My name's Travis. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. And it's been the honor of a lifetime to watch tens of thousands of other people do the same thing I've done in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So welcome. We're glad that y'all are with us. Yeah, me too, Alice. Thank you for sharing Shibboleth. Thank you. It's good to have everybody. We're going to get this started. Hey, Andrea on Facebook, welcome. We're glad that y'all are with us. We're going to end this session today at 12:30 due to some prior commitments that I have. So we've got 30 minutes. We'll just get down to business. We've got 30 minutes to answer questions. Anything goes at the 12 o'clock hour. Do my best to answer you until the 12:30. We've got three types of members here. Very experienced members here. But we've got our free community members who are not so experienced. We've got our lifetime members and our partners. I want to thank our lifetime members and partners. We cannot do what we do without you. You are literally saving lives, not only your own, but other lives too. So thank you so much for what you do and making a way for us to do what we feel called to do. God bless you all. All right, we'll get started. Diane says, in weight loss, and I love fruit, but I'm scared to have it. Can you talk about proper combinations, including fruit? So we have several combinations that allow for fruit in them. First of all, we'll start with category 5, fruit. So berries are the best. Berries, apples, oranges, grapefruit. Then you've got everything else, okay? So when we're eating berries, apples, oranges, or grapefruit, and there are a few more we could probably put in there too, like kiwi. When we're eating these fruits, there's less cause for alarm as long as we're eating them in the right combination. All the other fruits, bananas, pineapple, melons, we got to be a little more cautious and still eat them in the right food combination. We should not be afraid of fruit, as fruit is really good for you. It's the plant's way of saying, plants are living entities. It's their way of saying, God's way of saying, here's our fruit. We want you to eat us, okay? These fruits are very low in toxicity. They're good for you if you're not trying to correct a problem. They're good for a healthy individual who's not trying to correct a problem. They're full of nutrition. They should never be juiced. I do not believe in juicing at all. There may be some outlier reason that one would juice, but very few people should be juicing. 2/3 of our culture fall in the category of overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. You should not be juicing. If you've bought into that, then see me and let's try to. I won't try to change your philosophy, but I'll certainly try to amend it some. You can still juice, but you have to change up what you're juicing. I got off on a tangent there. So berries, apples, oranges, and grapefruit, and all other fruits are allowed, and they're the plant's way of saying, have me, I'm good for you if you're healthy. When you're obese or morbidly obese, and I know I get in trouble, I'll soon get banned for saying these words, and I don't even mean to be harsh, it's just the right technical term. Obese. When you're obese or morbidly obese, even overweight, you're working from a disadvantageous situation that you put yourself in. The culture had its part in that, but you have to own it and you have to fix it. So you're in this disadvantageous situation where fruit works against you, does not work for you. When you get into maintenance, I would rather see you have this is a teaching moment. When you get in maintenance, I'd rather see you have an apple by itself than to have an approved protein bar, but not when you're trying to lose weight, because that fruit elevates your blood sugar with fruit sugar, fructose, and now your pancreas releases insulin, and insulin high levels of insulin in our bloodstream are counterproductive when it comes to us losing body fat. You cannot lose body fat efficiently when you have high levels of insulin, and fruit causes high levels of insulin. So we have to eat them in the proper food combination, so they're, if you will, they're muddled together. That glycogen that's in them is muddled together, layman's way of putting it, with protein and fiber, which slow digestion and slow blood sugar elevation. Is that part clear so far, Diane? Then I'll get into combinations. Our combination chart says you can have a 1, 2, and 5, or a 7, 2, and 5. So what would that look like? That would look like a category 1. I have chicken breast, grilled chicken, green beans. So I had the chicken breast, the green beans, and for dessert, I have some melon. Been better to have berries, apples, oranges, or grapefruit. So let's say that I want to do better than melon. I had a half a cup of melon. Let's do something different next time. Let's do a half a cup up to 1 cup of berries with a condiment of fat-free Cool Whip as my dessert. So now I've had a 1, a 2, and a 5 with a condiment. Does everybody see that? So all the fruit that's in category 5 can be had this way: a 1, 2, 5, a 7, 2, 5. I could have turkey breast, approved bread, and an apple for a sandwich. I could take me a sandwich to work: boar's head turkey, lettuce, fat-free cheese, healthy life bread. Take my apple, have my apple. I've had a 1, 2, 5 for lunch. I could have a hot dog, grilling out, have a Hebrew National hot dog with a healthy life bun or an approved tortilla wrap, ketchup, mustard, a little chili as a condiment. And then, so that hot dog is a 1 + 2 if I use a 97% lean Hebrew National. And then after I grill that hot dog out, I eat 1 hot dog, and then I have some cantaloupe for dessert. Fresh cantaloupe. Boom. Now I don't have the problem of eating this cantaloupe or the fruit by itself and jacking up my blood sugar and not being able to lose body fat efficiently for 2 days, because I ate it in the right food combination. But this is not mandatory. But if you want to lose weight optimally, you should suspend eating any category 5 after 4 p.m. You don't have to do that. Let me say that again, because people say you can't eat fruit after 4 p.m. You can eat fruit in these combinations after 4 p.m. But if you're looking for the most optimal route to your goal, you should suspend fruit intake after 4 p.m. Does it matter what time of day you drink apple cider vinegar? It does not matter the time of day that you drink it. It's not mandatory ever, but it would be most efficiently used before a meal to help you regulate blood sugar. Is it okay to add a slice of lemon to my water daily? Yes, every day. That's good for you. What are combinations with berries, with yogurt? The same way I just explained it, Miss Nikki, you'd have to have a 1, 2, and a 5. So you're asking, can I have yogurt You're asking, can I have yogurt, which is a category approved Greek plain yogurt, or 000, Oikos 000. You have to use approved yogurt. You cannot use just any yogurt. If you use any yogurt, you're going to have such heavy loads of sugar in that yogurt, you're not going to be able to lose body fat. You must use approved yogurt that you find in the library, and there's plenty of it. So when I say yogurt, I mean approved yogurt. So when you have yogurt and you're asking, can you add berries to it? Normally I would need a 1, 2, and 5, but you're asking, can you add it to straight yogurt? So that would be a 1 and 5, which would be a no-no, unless you only use a smidge. And if I use a smidge of berries, everyone, what would I call that? She can have a 1 by itself. She can have a 1 by itself, right? So now she adds a palm full of berries, not a full portion of berries, just something for texture and flavor. She adds a palm full of berries to her yogurt. She's got a 1 plus a condiment and a great fat burning meal. Great job. Diane, so I can have egg whites and spinach omelet with a half an apple. That would be a category 1 if I use Pam cooking spray and MCT oil for my egg, or MCT oil for my egg whites. Spinach is a category 2. Your apple's a 5. That's a 1, 2, 5. So that would work. Could I add fat-free cheese to my omelet? Yes, you can. Fat-free cheese has negligible amount of calories in it. Anybody else? Ruth asked on Facebook, what about peaches? Fortunately, peaches is a fruit, and all fruit is allowed as a category 5. You do not want to eat a peach by itself unless you're in maintenance. Then you would count it as a snack. If you're in a weight loss mode, you would want to make sure you have a 1, 2, and a peach together, or a 7, 2, and a peach. Peaches are great for us. That's the plant's way of saying, eat me, for people who are in maintenance. Thank you, Andrea. God bless you. Appreciate you. What else can you mix with yogurt? So what do you want to mix with yogurt, Ruth? Since I'm not a big yogurt eater, I'm more of a sports nutrition consultant. What do you want to eat with yogurt? And then I can tell you if you can have it with yogurt. With yogurt, if you're looking for granola, you would want to use hemp crumbles. You can find those in our store, or you could go elsewhere to buy them. Rocky Mountain Grains has what's called hemp crumbles. That is our replacement for granola. You could go to the food library and look up granola and see if there's some bare naked granolas you could use as a condiment on your yogurt. What would you like to use? Can I put a little ghee in my green beans when cooking them if I'm putting them with baked chicken breast? And does that change it to a category 4? Alice, a little bit of ghee will not alter the category. So ghee, MCT oil, and coconut oil, we've decided long ago, will not alter the category. It is better to use MCT, but ghee is allowed and will not alter the category. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate that kind comment. Had a lot of good questions today. I love these sessions where we can keep people moving. Can I speak on canned fruit? I would typically stay away from canned fruit. They usually have added sugars. So when we talk about fruit, we're talking about fresh fruit from the produce department. I would not consume canned fruit. They usually have added sugars. If they don't have added sugars in the nutritional no syrup, and the nutritional profile is exactly identical to the fruit in the produce pack. If you look up an apple, it has a nutrition label. I don't guess you get, is there canned apples? That's probably a bad one. You got canned peaches, for example. Look up a peach. I bet you the peach nutrition label in the can is totally different than the peach that's in the produce department. But yeah, I've just steered away from canned fruit because of all the syrup and sugar in them. Not good at all. Bad. Is it okay to have a half sweet potato with chicken? By the way, canned fruit, if you got a lot of it, don't throw it away, because when the zombie apocalypse comes, we'll need those calories. Is it okay to have a half sweet potato with, I don't know what a half of a sweet potato with chicken and green beans? So Shirley, let's unpack that, okay? The program, the Bulletproof Shield, teaches us all of this. And it's not that I don't want to go over it. I want to go over it. I love these type questions because I got to get people to realize from now and evermore that once you can put together one meal combination, you can put together all meal combinations. So understanding the program. Okay, so the combinations, in the combinations, we see that we can have a 1, 2, and a 3. So I learned that a sweet potato is a 3. I can have a 1, 2, 3 or a 7, 2, 3. Why do I put these numbers in reverse order instead of saying 2, 3, 7? I always start. When I started the program, I started with my protein source. I build a plate with my protein source. I don't build a plate with my carb source. I don't build a plate with my fiber source. I build a plate with my protein source. So you're asking about a sweet potato, and it's a category 3, and you want to have it with chicken and green beans. So a category 1, chicken breast grilled, is if I take my chicken breast and I don't cook it in olive oil, and I don't cook it in vegetable oil, and I don't cook it in regular butter, and I cook my chicken breast in nothing, I said, do all that stuff. Use approved barbecue sauce, whatever. I just got to make sure I prepare that chicken breast the right way. If I cook that chicken breast in a long chain triglyceride fat, I cannot have it with the sweet potato because the 1 has to be turned into a 4. So what you need to know is with your chicken breast, you have to prepare it the right way or this won't work. It won't work. Can't be that big of a deal, Travis. It is. It's a big deal. Got to prepare it the right way. MCT, use 0-calorie spices, seasonings, etc. Approved sauces. You cannot use stuff that's going to cause this chicken breast to become fatty. So we're using MCT oil in this case, or Pam cooking spray or whatever. So you got a chicken breast and you wanted, what did you want with it? Green beans. So I've got green beans, preparing them the right way, and then I have my sweet potato on a portion plate. So on one half of my plate, one side of my plate, hand rule, I've got one hand that covers the chicken breast, another hand that covers the green beans and the sweet potato. If you're in the weight loss mode, you should keep this at about 12 teaspoons of sweet potato, or a 1/4 cup. That's 12 teaspoons. If you go up to a 1/2 cup of sweet potato, you're starting to approach maintenance levels instead of weight loss levels. So for a 725, I could have shrimp, green beans, and 1/2 an orange. Yes, you could. Best not to do that after 4 p.m. But shrimp is a category 7 if prepared the right way. Green beans is a category 2 if prepared the right way. And a 1/2 orange for dessert would be fine. So 725. I've put a little brown sugar Splenda in approved vanilla yogurt with a handful of blueberries. The Splenda is fine, right? No, it's not. The brown sugar Splenda is not ideal in that situation. Would not do that. Brown sugar Splenda has a little Splenda and a lot of brown sugar last I looked. Now, it could have changed with thousands and thousands of products, especially the ones I don't use in my own home. I can miss the boat sometime. So you can send us that nutrition label and we'll look at it. Is it in the library? Let me go look. Maybe in the library for certain recipes, but I don't think that that's something you should be doing. I think that's a unfortunate one for you. But that's what we're here to do, is learn. Splenda brown sugar blend. Pull it up, see how it says to use it. If Splenda brown sugar is your only condiment, you can use up to 2.5 teaspoons. However, this brown sugar is added to brown sugar, and using this amount adds 20 grams of sugar to whatever you're adding it to. I would not do that unless a recipe's calling for it. It's not a good product. It's approved for recipes, but you're adding it to yogurt. Everything you're consuming there is pre-digested. I would not do that. Now, why would it be in the library? Because it's in certain recipes. Therefore, we have to put it in the library. But in a recipe, we can dictate the serving. We can dictate the amount of protein, the amount of fiber. I don't think I'd do that. Just to confirm, Becky asked, it is best not to eat fruit with a category 2. I didn't say that. Did I say that? Sometimes I have to go back and listen to what I said. I thought I said right the opposite. Let's look at what, Becky, can you explain to me what you heard me say? Alice is going to get some things through Amazon and can't remember how to support Shibboleth through Amazon. So when you go to the food library, so Alice, I'm in the food library right now, and see where that says find it on Amazon. If I click that, when I click that, if I put that in my cart, I'm supporting Shibboleth. Really appreciate your kind gesture. If doing an intermittent fasting 16 hours and doing a WOW challenge that has 3 meals, how would you do that? It is the grape challenge. I don't know. I had to go look. So I'm going to WOW challenges. WOW grape. Breakfast, have an approved shake. Lunch, 1 cup of grapes. Dinner, an approved tortilla, must be a negative number with 4 ounces of category 1 lunch meat. You may add 1 cup of grapes to the meal. Do not exceed 350 calories for the meal. So doesn't say anything about fasting. So that's something that you're trying to do on your own. So you're asking me how to do something that the WOW was not really designed to do. Let's talk about this WOW because there's some counterintuitive things here. This confuses my clients, and I'm sorry. This goes back to the 11 o'clock session. We're all lunatics. WOW challenges are for lunatics. So an approved shake, high protein, low calorie. A cup of grapes is going to give you some blood sugar elevation, give you a little insulin secretion, but someone had asked for how do I eat grapes for lunch, so I put them together a WOW challenge. By the time, if they limit the grapes to 1 cup, this is going to wear off, insulin levels are abated some, and then we eat a great approved dinner, giving us a very perfect day. So why would I tell you that you should not have fruit alone? Because I'm not able to, this is a teaching moment. I am not able to be, as much as I want to, an angel or demon, whichever you call me. I'm not able to be an angel or demon on your shoulder all day and force feed you what I want you to have throughout the day. So I've put together a program with tons of options that if you follow the Bulletproof Shield, you will stay safe. But if I were doing one-on-one nutrition, I could take anything and make it work for one 24-hour period. So that's what I've done here. I have made grapes by themselves work with a wow challenge. And we also tell folks, if you adjust any of this, all bets are off. Doesn't mean you won't get better results or worse results, but you're taking matters into your own hands and you're doing it yourself. If you follow this exactly, you will get good results. Now, Jessica's asking, how can I do all three of those and also have a 16-hour fast? You would have to get all three of these within your 8-hour eating window. So if your day depends on how you want to structure your day, I suppose it would be you get up, have breakfast. Are you coming off a 16-hour fast, or are you going into a 16-hour fast? If you're coming off a 16-hour fast, maybe you have the breakfast at noon, and then you have between noon and dinner, you have some grapes, and then for dinner, you have your dinner. Maybe you're going into a fast, but regardless, you have an 8-hour eating window by which to get all three of these in. If you choose to have 2 of these meals, that's fine. You can always omit a meal in a wow challenge, but you cannot add a meal to a wow challenge. Does that make sense, everyone? Yeah, I hadn't seen any 0-calorie brown sugar in a long time. I've only seen the blends, which is full of sugar. Alice, if I want to have half an apple with an Oikos 000 yogurt, do I still need a category 2 and a 1 with that, or can I have that as a snack or a meal? If I want to have a half of an apple with a 000 yogurt, you do not need a category 2 with that, because you're doing very little quantity of the apple. You're doing one of the yogurts, I'd call that a snack. One of the small 3-ounce yogurts, if that's what you're having, and a half an apple, you could probably get away with as a snack. I'm shooting from the hip there, but I think you could have that as a snack. If you had one of the small yogurts and a half an apple, that would be a perfect pairing meal or an approved snack. Sharon says Swerve makes a brown sugar substitute. That one may be what Mom's talking about, the 0-calorie one, Swerve. I'd have to look at it. I don't remember. I remember tons of nutrition labels, but I don't remember thousands. Tons. Maybe I said that. I remember quite a few nutrition labels, but not thousands. Yeah, Mom says it is Swerve brown sugar substitute is 0 carb. That would be a good one. So whoever asked the question earlier about Splenda brown sugar, it looks like you just found your answer, which is why I love our community. Swerve brown sugar substitute is 0 carb. That would be a better replacement for you. Sharon says, Alice, you do need a category 2. You actually don't, because you could use the apple as a condiment with that yogurt. Anything can be used as a condiment. So when she's using a medium apple and only a half an apple, that's going to be under 50 calories. So hence me telling her she could have it. Apples, oranges, berries, grapefruit are also things that you can use with any lean protein as a perfect pairing. Sharon, otherwise you would be correct. In the multitude of examples, Sharon would be correct. But if we condense that into specifics, there's things that we can do and get by with what Alice is asking to get by with. if she can omit meals on any challenge, on any WOW challenge, unless in the special instructions it says do not omit an item. Some items are included to moderate blood sugar. Unless it specifically says do not omit an item, you can omit almost any item. Now that's giving y'all too much liberty because y'all all crazy. Don't ever eliminate your protein source from a WOW challenge. But if you want to eliminate, let me put it in a way that I know I can keep you crazy people safe. So you can eliminate any meal, any eating episode from a WOW unless special instructions tells you not to. But you cannot add to or edit, or a WOW may not work. Thank you, Janice. Janice is reminding me I have an appointment. I'm crazy too, Alice, so it's okay. All right, I gotta go. Sorry if I didn't get to all the questions. Appreciate Janice keeping me on point. I have a 1 o'clock appointment. I'm not quite ready for it, so I need to spend some minutes preparing for it. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing, again at 11 a.m. and noon. God bless and have a good one.